Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we are up high in the sky on top of a whole bunch of diamonds. Better make sure. Okay, yeah, we're fortune tier 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. Digital miner came through like a boss. So we're just gonna, farm a few diamonds here. Nothing too crazy. This is only a 64 stack, so nothing too crazy. But man, I've been thinking about so many things that I need to do in this world. And ow. Look at us go. Boom. 2 stacks. Oh, I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm finally rich. Speaking of rich as well, I've been wandering around and killing myself some endermen to start filling a soul shard so we never have to deal with this stupid ender pearl stuff ever again. And my digital miner's been doing some work, to say the least. My stuff is actually pretty much not capable of handling how much I produce from the digital miner, and that's perfectly fine. No big deal whatsoever. It just means that we have so much more to do. The first things that I want to do, though, is I want to make this 3x3 upgrade. I've been pining for this for quite some time, so let's just get it done, right? We need a diamond block. We need that. I need sticks. I've got no sticks. There's no sticks. Literally no sticks anywhere. Hello? Sticks? You can give me sticks, right? God, who would have thought? Who would have thought? This does lead me into one of the other complications that we've been having, though, lately. And in case you guys haven't really noticed, it's been a complication, at least on my in my world, or at least what I consider a complication, is our resources. Yes, our resources are all over the place and just an incredible mess. Like, incredibly messy. So we need to start figuring that out a little bit more. I gotta say, we really have to. Okay? But I don't know if we're gonna do it yet. Don't know if we're gonna do it just yet. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with which to do first. And the reason I'm struggling is they're all amazing things that we need to do. More or less. Boom, 3x3. Excellent. So, one of the cool things is with the upgrade here, you can actually go in and you can toggle and change things on the fly. So I can switch back on, Silk Touch 3x3, and this bad boy now is basically working like a gigantic, speedy mining hammer, right? So for those of you that know hammers from modded, stuff like that, same kind of thing with this laser beam now, where, yeah, that is pretty darn nice. Even with lava being in our way, it's super nice. But yeah, so we can mine out a really good section of land pretty darn quickly here, with little to no issues whatsoever, and with Silk Touch to bear. So yeah, just kind of go to town, which is great. Let's just light this up quickly. Boop. I don't even know what I mined. Feels good. But yeah, so as you can see, we have some pretty strong capabilities now with that 3x3. And I'm actually curious, I wouldn't mind the range tier on this guy. It's a little bit expensive. It's not too bad. The tier 3 one's pretty expensive. But I'm not going to be too concerned right now about that. Magnet could be pretty cool. I do like the light placer. Places torches whenever the surrounding light level is lower than 8. Let's build that. That sounds fun. Let's build that guy. Let's build that guy. I can't remember what my hover button was. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. That's engine. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. But anyways, we got so many things to do. I need to improve my ore efficiencies over there. We need to improve our storage situation. We need to go to the end, right? I've just got a whole bunch of ender pearls. We can go to the end right now. So there's a lot of different things that we need to and should be doing at this point in time. So I'm going to clean up what I have here because I gathered a whole bunch of crap that I'm just going to store, basically. And, yeah, we need to get moving and shaking on some other things. Toggle the engine. Toggle the engine. Alright, so I've gone back and forth a little bit on what to do next. And what I think we're going to do is we're going to set up a little bit of a better storage situation. Just to kind of get things better, if you know what I mean. Just to fix the storage up a little bit. Because the way I look at it is I need my storage to be better before I can improve my machines and process things faster, right? Not that I don't know if I'll need any more, to be honest, but yeah, we'll go from there when we get it. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to jump into some refined storage here shortly, and I think that this is a good way to go. So one of the first things that you guys need, or you know that you need, or maybe you don't, is you need yourself a controller, right? Controller is basically the start of something new, more than anything else. And for that, we're going to need to get ourselves a machine casing. So for that, it's basically any type of stone with quartz-enriched iron. Quartz-enriched iron, pretty easy recipe, all things considered. A little bit of quartz, a little bit of iron, right? Now, I think all my quartz is over here. Yes, okay. And all my iron is over here. This is exactly what I'm talking about that's a problem, right? Alright, so let's make ourselves some quartz-enriched iron. Boom. 4 stacks. Beautiful. We will not have any issues for a while. Alright, so quartz-enriched iron around a piece of stone. Now, guess what? All of my stone is over here, with all my resources over there. Yay. This is the way it's been going, okay? This is my life, jumping back and forth across this lagoon. Alright, boom, boom, boom. There's our machine casing. Excellent. And this guy, I believe, had those 4 pieces on the corners as well. Now, on top of that, we need silicon, which is just smelted up nether quartz. Okay, we can get that. That's no big deal. It's definitely nether quartz rich. And then we need this advanced processor, which is a raw advanced processor, which is a diamond silicon, so we need 4 silicon. And this processor binding, which is slime ball. Ooh. Do we have slime? And string. I don't know if I have slime. Oh, I do. Woo. Lucky, lucky. And string. Okay, good. And we need ourselves some more quartz. Beautiful. Now, I'm just going to smelt up the quartz while we're over here because my current smelter thing over there is occupado. So, let's get that, let's get that, let's get our first piece of silicone, and let's make ourselves the raw processor. Excellent. We're going to smelt up that guy because that'll give us the advanced processor that we require. Okay? Makes sense? I hope so. Okay, beautiful. That'll give us that. Excellent, excellent. Now we just need our last piece of silicon here, and then we should be able to make ourselves a controller. Huzzah. Okay, so silicone, advanced processor, controller made. Beautiful. Now this guy does require power, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw this guy down right there, and we are going to set up the output on the bottom. There we go. We have control. Oh god. There we go. Nailed it. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so there's our controller, and it is fully jacked up with power, which is good. Now we need ways to store items and things like that. This is the brains of the operation, right? But we need other things as well. So we're going to need to get ourselves a crafting grid. This will allow us to see things. And we're going to need to get ourselves a disk drive, which is basically a chest and same kind of stuff. So that's pretty easy for us to do. Let's do this. Do I need one for the grid as well? I do. So let's make 2 of these while we're here, because those are the 2 things we're going to need anyways. And it's nighttime. I kind of want to sleep. I don't want to have another creeper potential rehab of blowing up all my stuff. It happened. It almost happened. What can I say? Okay, we'll do a quick... I see you. I see you, Mr. Skelly Bro. Hey, hey. Hey, come here. Come here. You die. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, good stuff. We got a head as well. That's great. Okay. Again, these mechanism machines are a little bit loud in my ears. Hopefully they're not too bad for you guys. So this guy requires improved processors, construction core, destruction core, and this guy here requires the advanced processor. So let's do that one first, because we already know what all is required to get that one going. So we'll do that one here first, and we'll get that one going. Okay, so we are back here, and here's the disk drive all ready to go. We got that advanced processor in there with the machine casing done. One thing done, completed. And now let's look at the grid, right? So this guy here, pretty straightforward. We need to get ourselves some improved processors. Okay, so that one is 1, 2. You know what? I'm going to put 4 in here just because I know the next step that I require. So we need 2 of the raw improved and then 2 of the basic, which is just your iron. Okay, and then on top of that, we need to get all of that situated up here and smelted. And all my things are currently full. Okay, borrow you for a quick second. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, boom, boom, boom. We should get these 2 done, and that's great. And then the next step here is we need the construction and destruction core. So one of those is nether quartz, and the other one is glowstone dust, which, there's 1, and there's 2. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There we go. Let's cook up our basic ones. You know, this whole cooking process has kind of got me thinking, we got to make sure that we're smelting these things appropriately and quickly enough. So definitely some sort of a electric furnace, or maybe like this diamond or end furnace or something like that, will be necessary here. I'm not too sure which one, but that's definitely something to keep in mind. All right, now with the basic, obviously one of those is the glowstone for the construction core. The other one was the nether quartz for the destruction core. Very good. And then we need to get ourselves a little bit of glass. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Now we also want to upgrade this to a crafting grid. So on that, we're going to need another diamond and a little bit more redstone to get the advanced processor as well. Okay, along with some silicone and the processor binding. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, throw that guy in for a quick sec, and we'll get that advanced processor. Now the crafting grid's just really, really handy because it allows you to craft things at the same time as other stuff. So let's quickly get ourselves a crafting bench on top of this, because we're going to need that as well. There we go. And I think for the most part we have everything that we need to kind of get this thing kicked off. Boom. Excellent. Grid. Beautiful. And boom. Actually, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I want to make sure that I get all the achievements. And crafting grid. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right. So, one of the cool things about this, and I hope this is the case, these connect through other ones? Yes, no? Maybe? Doesn't seem like it, does it? No, it's not seeming like it. So, on that front, we probably need to get ourselves some cables. Not too bad, pretty straightforward, easy recipe, just a little glass intensive more than anything else. And let's get ourselves cable, or sorry, refined quartz intensive, I should say. We'll throw that guy in there as well. And let's throw down a quick little cable just off of there, like so. And we'll go, okay, crafting grid there, and disk drive there. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly if that's all required, like we just did, but that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. From there, we have ourselves a system, right? Now we need to fill some disks, right? So we need a disk drive of some sort in time, and that is our actual storage that is required, okay? Now, for that, I need to find the right one. So there's network cards, there's a 1K storage disk, there's a 4K storage disk, 16, and 64, okay? So the 64K is something that I would like to see myself get, but equally, it's not necessarily required. I actually really like the 16K size, personally, until you want to really mass produce the 64K size. Now, these guys are a little bit labor intensive, right? As you can see, for each 16K storage part, you need 4 improved processors, and on top of that, you need 4 4K, which is, you know, what is that? Sorry, 3 4K, right? Which is another 12 basic processors, which are pretty easy to make, okay? So let's start with the basic 1K storage part. Beautiful. We need silicone, we need glass, we need redstone. Redstone, glass, silicone. And the quartz, of course. Okay. Now that's only 4. That's not enough. That's not nearly enough. So guess what? We need a lot more. We need a lot more glass. We need a lot more silicon. We need all the things, basically, at this point in time. So, I thought I was making enough of that, but I guess not. Guess what we're going to need a whole bunch of? Nether quartz. This just in. Alright, boom, boom. That gives us 6. 6 is a pretty healthy start, because 6 is going to allow us to get 2 4Ks. We actually need 9 total. For us to kind of truly proceed forward on the next big step, okay? So this will be like that, and then we have this guy here, 1, 2, 3. We're actually going to need 3 of those, right? Makes sense. And then around the outside is the basic processors. Now, obviously, we need more of this processor binding. And I'm starting to realize, you know, we're going to need some slime, like big time. Right? I never really thought about it before, but we will. Not too sure, really. I mean, pink slime's not too bad, but just to get slime balls in general, we might have to look into, you know, farming some slimes or something. But anyways, we got a lot of time to worry about that as we go here. Alright? So let's get a couple more of these. Oh, we're still 1 short. Oh, shucks. Alright. And then let's get ourselves the slime ball and some string. We're also going to need a good way to get string too, now that I think about it, for these processor bindings. They're not cheap. So, and we need, how many do we need of these? We need 4, 8, 12. Yeah, we need 16. So we need to make 2 of these. So that's 2 slime balls and 4 string. Just like that. That's pretty darn crazy. That's a lot of stuff. String, not really a good way of getting that around there either, eh? Outside of just plain old mobs, so, yeah. It's kind of getting me thinking a little bit here about what we need to really farm and get to proceed forward. So, yeah, just kind of pondering a little bit here. Because there's definitely a lot that we need to do. And we need a lot of silicone. So let me get some more resources here and get all of this stuff done. And then we'll reconvene back and get this thing fully completed. Alright, the final couple of basic processors. I did go and make myself a gold furnace, and I just wanted to show the difference. As you can see, that bar versus that bar. That's a pretty substantial difference. So I'll probably be looking to upgrade some of my furnaces here. But ultimately, I was kind of thinking about it, and really, the best thing to do is to pretty much get myself more electric furnaces, right? That's the main thing here. So, yeah. Anyways, just one of those thought processes either way. Alright, 16K storage drive has been gotten. So, that guy just goes right into here as a disk. Now, in here, we can actually store goods. Beautiful. This is exactly what we want. Now, one of the main things to really focus on or look to add here first, in my opinion, is the resources that you're actually going to use to build things. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 stacks of iron, 1 stack of gold. Okay? Pretty straightforward. Boom, 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 boom. We're going to put all of the quartz enriched iron in there as well. And all of our redstone, silicone, glass, etc. Okay? A little bit of stone is always a good way to go as well. Alright? On top of that, we'll just keep our cables on us. They don't have to go in the system, which is good. And let's see, what else do we need in there? We're going to need a lot more silicone. I guess we can put our diamonds in there. That's usually a good way to go as well. Always, pretty much. And sure, I'll store my emerald in there as well. That's good, that's good. Let's put some glowstone in there. We'll take that redstone out of there as well. But all things considered, as you can see, we're kind of getting to the point here where we can store stuff. We can store stuff in our actual system, which is great, right? Boom, 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 just like that. And we can now, because this is a crafting grid, we can make ourselves the next stage. So we can actually craft in here the 1K storage parts. As you can see, you can just click like so and put them into the system. Then on top of that, you could do the 4K, and you're going, oh, dang, we don't have the required parts, right? We don't have the basic processors. Well, surprise, surprise, you can make them right in here. Now, we don't have enough of the grids and, you know, the processed whatevers. So let's get ourselves at least a few more of those done up here. And then that should hopefully bide us some time when it comes to making some goods here. Okay. Now, I definitely want to get myself at least one more. So I need 12 of these total, right? And then I need, I want to get one of these as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, we're out of silicon. Not too shabby, but yeah, this is the type of stuff that we definitely need to advance on quite a bit more as we get into our processing here. So this is all pretty darn good stuff. I'm gonna get, oh god, I'm gonna fall apparently. It's fine. You know, me and this wonderful little jetpack of mine, we have quite the adventures. All right, cool. So all things considered, we're doing pretty darn good. I definitely have some smelting issues. As you can see, it lets us know that we're 5% full. There's a lot of different modes and stuff like that that you can do here on different things. You can also set various priorities in the system. You know, there's different ways to view. You can do search boxes. You can sort by different ways, ID, last modified, quantity, etc. So you can really customize the way that you like to see your system overall. The other thing that's going to be a big change is it's going to allow us to do a lot of automation around the base. Now, the way I look at this is we probably want to have a big hub, which is more or less our main workshop that utilizes and runs our tool setup or our machine area, like our mechanism area, as well as things like our lumber mill over here, right? So that, you know, we can tie into this inventory so that we have planks and wood and all of this type of stuff available to us through our storage system. So more than likely I need to build a warehouse. And this warehouse, well, let's get a good vantage point from our massive tree here, probably would be best spent to be centralized, kind of right in this general area. I'm thinking of a farm or a botany place up there. We need to have ourselves, over here I'm thinking more like Botania, or Nature's Aura in one of these spots, I'm thinking warehouse, I'm thinking machinery shop, botany area, so like foods along with the brewery. I'm thinking a tavern up there. I think that's pretty good. And what else am I missing? There's a lot of other things that we're definitely missing. A lot of different mods. But that's kind of at least my initial thought process. So far, so good. Right, we got our fishers. We're obviously going to have a dock coming off of here somewhere for our boats. We're going to have some, vendors and whatnot along the edge here. Yeah, I think this is kind of starting to take a little bit more shape, which is great. But in the meantime, let's get this last 16K ready to go here with the last little bit. Luckily, the blaze rods, man, such an easy and awesome fuel that I've used not only in this world, but also the vanilla world. Really, really helpful. Really helpful. All right, cool. Let's get ourselves the 4Ks. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And the 16K, just like so. And then, of course, we can get ourselves the 16K storage disk drive. Beautiful. There we go. Now we have 32K possible, and we can fill those guys up accordingly. All right. Now, the 64 on top of that is just one level up, 3 16Ks and all that kind of stuff. And we'll get there, don't you worry, but all in due time. I'd like to get this process a little bit more automated as we go, but we also need power. We need a lot of other things, okay? The other thing, too, is there's auto crafting available through all of this. There's fluid storage available through this. And then equally, you can basically get yourself different things like crafters. That's auto crafting, basically. You can destruct, you can construct, you can do a storage monitor, interface. Yeah, this one here allows you to interface with other machines and other mods, basically, which is really, really helpful. And then there's also the wireless grid and things like that, so that I can access my storage, hopefully, all over the island, especially once this is centralized a little bit further, right? Make sense? I hope so. So, now that we have those two storages set up, that 32,000 block amount, I feel like now is a great time to just quickly throw some in there. As you can see, that was 2.7K worth of items, and our storage problems are starting to disappear already. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Just everything in the storage. This feels great. And then on top of that, we can quickly break ourselves away from all of these things that we don't really require any longer, like chests and things like that are all over the island. So my mission, my goal between this episode and next is to quickly transfer over absolutely everything that I have in storage into this beautiful new storage center. Oh, it feels so good doing this. This is like spring cleaning. You know that feeling you get while spring cleaning your house and it's like, oh, I just cleaned up everything and everything looks and feels so good. This is what we're doing right now. This is what we're doing. There we go. Awesome. Now, I do know a lot of people in their worlds and stuff like that actually start with refined storage or, something along those lines. It's probably a good way to go. I'm not going to lie. But, at the same time, it is a little bit expensive if you just kind of jump into it. So, I would recommend spending a little bit of time, just with more basic storage before you jump too far down the rabbit hole there. But, that's of course up to you, and how you play your world is completely up to you. So, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know, right? It's already over. Man, all that time, it's already gone. Well, I got a lot of storage to move, so I'm going to move it all, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye for now. See ya.